So this time our cocktail is an orange gin fizz. So a gin fizz obviously is a classic gin cocktail, but this one using Worthing Orange Plus gin, plus I've used a slightly different way to sweeten it, gives us a relatively unique take on that classic drink. So this is how you make it. We're gonna need a highball. I'm using a 12-ounce highball for this drink, so just put that to the side. And then we take our shaker and add our ingredients. Now, the first thing that I'm going to put in is some egg whites. And I'm going to put it in first just in case I crack that yolk and it all goes wrong. I don't want everything else to go wrong, so I'm going to do that first. So let me put this glass by the side. And I want to just open it up so that the egg yolk stays in the shell. So I'm just going to be gentle and the egg white drops into my shaker. I mean, it never looks like the most appetizing thing when you're working with egg whites. So pop that in there. You can use that for something else a bit later on. But really adds that sort of unmistakable, smooth, creamy texture to the drink and gives it a nice frothy head at the end. Okay, so now we've got the egg white in, let's add our key ingredients. Obviously, we're going to start with our Worthing Gin Orange Blush. And I'm not going to spare the gin here. We're going to go for a proper 50ml shot, or should I say double shot in there, because this is just a gin cocktail. There's no other alcohol that goes on, so you want a definite sort of 50ml going in. Then I'm going to take this lemon. I want somewhere in the region of 20ml of lemon juice. So I'm going to take my squeezer. I'm going to squeeze one half of the lemon, see how well that does. And if I don't get too much juice from it, I'll go for the other half as well. But like I say, around about the sort of 20ml mark. This actually seems to be doing fairly well, I have to say. Now, if you're not sure about just doing it by eye, don't worry. Just put this into a measure, and then pour it into your mixing glass. I'm going to give a slight bit more from the second half, not the whole of the second half, but I do want probably about another 5ml. So let's just get that in there. There we go. All right, so we've got our lemon juice. Obviously, we got our Worthing Orange Blush gin. Now our sweetener, ordinarily, we would add sugar to this, but I'm going to be putting in some maple syrup, and this really does add a different sort of character that also blends beautifully with our Orange Blush gin. So doing this by eye, I'm putting in 10ml of our maple syrup. If you want it sweeter, add a bit more. If you don't want it so sweet, well, you know where to go. And now we are pretty good to shake. So what I'm going to do is going to take some ice into my shaker. I'm also going to put some new ice into our glass. That should be about right. Maybe one more piece. So our glass is ready. Let's add all our ingredients to the ice in our shaker. And two things here. We want to shake it really hard so that that egg white starts to emulsify and froth up. And secondly, we want to get it into the glass as quick as we can. So here we go. Give it a good shake. All right, we're good. That's looking great. Let's take that off. I want this in the glass as fast as possible so that the egg white doesn't start to separate, settle really, I should say, in the shaker. That's looking good. Let's give this another shake around. We don't want any of that staying in the shaker. This is good. Very nice indeed. And the thing that makes this a fizz is the final addition of a tiny bit of sparkling water. Now, I've seen a lot of gin fizzes made with lots of water. In other words, sort of half alcohol, lemon juice mix, half soda. But for me, over the years, the thing that really makes this is just that touch of soda at the end. And that's what you do to bring it up to the surface. In terms of garnish, you can garnish this with whatever you want. You can put a lemon on there, you can put a cherry on there, but I've always liked the fact that the egg white creates this beautiful frothy head. And for me, actually, simplicity is king. So I'm just gonna pop in a long, reusable glass straw and say, there you go. Our orange gin fizz. I suggest you give it a go.